Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I was gonna, before we get going, I wanted to let you know my sponsor, link to linqto.com. They just put in, it's an AI bundle. It's like 3 AI different companies of private equity. You can buy them together, and they have special pricing attached to it. With the ascent of AI and the IPO market, a lot of people think that the IPO market is about to heat up, especially after they lower interest rates. We shall see. Stuart Alderati, the term crypto asset security is nowhere to be found in any statute. It's a fabricated term with no legal basis. The SEC needs to stop trying to deceive judges by using it. So Stuart shooting a rocket across the bow at the SEC. Here we go. Ripple was, I rolled over last night in the middle of the night, and there's like Ripple tweets all over the place. Ripple is on the ground this week from Korea and Japan, starting off with a few key announcements, all in service of the goal to strengthen the foundations of crypto infrastructure to support blockchain utility, usability, institutional adoption. AI and the metaverse tech company Futureverse partnering with Ripple Custody to securely custody its assets. Futureverse has already adopted the XRPL NFT standard, uses XRP as gas token on the root network, and is integrated with XRPL DEX to supply network liquidity. Let me open this up a little bit. Okay, there's that. Ripple and the broader XRP community are committed to bringing new programmability, including smart contracts, to the XRP Ledger Development Ecosystem 2025. So now we're going to get smart contracts. Now we're getting a stable coin. We're getting smart contracts. Are we going to get an ETF? Through XRPL EVM sidechain already in the works, as well as exploring native capabilities on the XRPL mainnet, Ripple's University Blockchain Research Initiative added Korea's Yonsei University as our 58th global partner. And then they had, Brad Garlinghouse weighed in. With new programmability in the works for XRP Ledger, something the XRP community has rightly been asking for, and the growing opportunity for Ripple's enterprise products to serve crypto native customers such as Futureverse using Ripple Custody, the foundations of crypto infrastructure serving real world use cases are steadily becoming more robust by the day. Monica Long comes in at Custody's critical entry point to tokenization. Everyone from big banks to crypto natives needs secure and compliant infrastructure to power enterprise use cases. Excited to further our relationship with Futureverse. And then Ripple X weighed in, Ripple X Dev. Why is the update important for developers, builders, entrepreneurs, and larger XRP community? A thread. XRP Ledger is built to be extremely efficient at moving value with robust infrastructure, native capabilities, DEX, AMM, escrow, NFTs, authorized trust lines, IOUs, stability and security. Developers get access to these composable, powerful primitives simply by, let me open this up. Simply by integrating with XRPL. New features such as Oracle's multi-purpose tokens, a lending protocol, decentralized identity, and more are currently or soon to be voted on, part of the decentralized amendment voting process. Let's go to this one. Existing smart contract standards, such as hooks from XRPL Labs, lay an important foundation that can be iterated upon the mainnet capabilities while still keeping EVM functionality and familiarity for other devs, with the XRPL EVM sidechain being built by Pierce and Axelar. Lot going on, folks. And then we've got this, Anders L. SEC has 5 weeks to appeal the Ripple lawsuit. And I think Ripple will be, if they haven't already, that they should be paying their fine any day now. Black Swan Capitalist had a couple interesting tweets. Okay, so now the Fed is bracing for the U.S. dollar crisis that could spark a total collapse. FYI, they'll never tell you when it's actually happening. It will just happen. Strap in. Fed suddenly brace for a U.S. dollar crisis that's predicted to spark total collapse and critical Bitcoin price tipping point. And then he's got this Wall Street Deception 101. I 1,000% agree. BlackRock and CEO Larry Fink lesson. Learn the playbook, people. They want you in Bitcoin, an asset that's risen, what does that say? Is that 94,869,000%? The fact that Larry Fink expressed positive comments about Bitcoin, the fact that he can't talk about XRP, he never comments on other superior digital assets, he never comments on crypto significantly oversold. Larry's behavior tells you everything you need to know. The true wealth creation opportunities in the crypto market lie in other digital assets that he's deliberately not discussing. He can't. Those familiar with Wall Street and media dynamics should understand that the most valuable assets are never disclosed until their prime has passed. All right. So then you got this. I mean, there's so much going on right now, folks. It's not even funny. This is what I've believed for a long time. David Stockman on the mother of all housing bubbles. We've got the mother of something else in DAIXRP.com today. Talk about that in a minute. Then we got this clip from Jim Rickards that was put out yesterday.
Financial warfare is one of my specialties. I worked with the Pentagon. I facilitated the first ever financial war game in 2009. I've worked with the intelligence community, talked to the Treasury. So I do a lot in the area of financial warfare. Finances and money have always been some part of warfare. But what's new, Dr. Paul, is that finance can now be a very effective weapon by itself. You don't need to combine finance and kinetic warfare, bombs or missiles. You can just use finance as a weapon. We're doing it against Iran right now. We're doing it against North Korea right now. And it all hinges on the dollar, which a dollar is 60% of global reserves, 80% of global payments, and almost 100% of the energy market. So if you cut off someone's access to dollars, it's like turning off the oxygen supply to a patient in intensive care. I mean, you know what's going to happen next. But we've been throwing our weight around. We've weaponized these things, and whether it's CFIUS, preventing foreign acquisitions of U.S. companies, tariffs, sanctions, freezing accounts, seizing accounts. We're doing it all through the dollar and the dollar payment system. Well, do you think, and this is your question, I'm asking this rhetorically, is the rest of the world just going to sit there and be, in effect, bullied by the United States? No, they're going to look for a way out. Now, it's not easy. There's no other currency, certainly not the Russian ruble or the Chinese yuan or even the euro, that's ready to step in and replace the dollar as the global reserve currency. But what about something completely new? And this is in the works. China and Russia have separately more than tripled their gold reserves in the last 10 years. Russia's gone from 600 tons to almost 2,300 tons. China's gone from 600 tons to almost 2,000 tons that we know of. They may have a lot more that we don't know of. And so why are they doing that? Are they stupid, or do they see something most people don't? Well, I guarantee you they're not stupid. I've spent a lot of time in Russia and China. They're not stupid. They're getting ready for a new global monetary system. Now, what they're developing, and I know a lot of people hate cryptocurrencies, and I'm one of them, but they're developing a new cryptocurrency on what's called a permissioned blockchain. So blockchain is the foundation technology of cryptocurrency. But permissioned, what that means is that you can only use it if they say so. So it's like a club. It's like getting admitted to a club. So now all of a sudden you have this new crypto token called a Putin coin or Xi coin. You anchor it to something. Could be the IMF's SDR, the special drawing right. Could be a weight of gold. You anchor it to something so we all know what it's worth. And now you create a trading network. So who's in the network? Russia, China, Iran, Turkey, North Korea, and maybe you invite in some of the BRICS, Brazil, India, etc. So now you have a world where, Iran sells oil to China. China sells infrastructure to Russia. Russia sells natural gas to China. North Korea sells weapons to Iran. Everybody takes a vacation in Turkey. You have this trading network where everyone's paying with this is called the Putin coin, but that's just a way of keeping score. And then periodically, every 6 months or a year, you settle up in gold. But when you settle the gold on a net basis, you need far less gold than you do on a gross basis. You're not paying for everything else. So this is in the works. This isn't 21st century science fiction. Everything I just described is factual and in the works. Now, what's missing from that system? The dollar. So all of a sudden, U.S. dollar sanctions don't work because the participants are not using the dollar. They've got their own encryption, their own way of keeping score with a cryptocurrency, settling up in gold, moving the message traffic through secure, internet that's not part of the global internet. This is coming.
This is coming. That sounds like a thumbnail. This is coming. The whole game's changing soon. Hey, today's the day. Excuse me. I'm hoping for 24 hours now. I'll be addressing you as the Republican nominee going up against Elizabeth Warren. Please set your calendars and reminders as my X account will go live. You don't want to miss it. So that's today is John Deaton's primary. Oh, it's going to be great to watch him kick her butt. Now, this is a total game changer right here, folks. Elon Musk, beta version of XTV is out. They're adding XTV. It's going to be an app that I'm assuming competes with YouTube. If anything has been needed, this has. XTV app is now live on Android, available on LG, Amazon Fire TV, Google TV, with more integrations coming soon. There is the looks of it, okay? Then Elon Musk says this is what she actually believes. Free speech is the bedrock of democracy. And look, for this reason alone, take crypto out of it. This reason alone, you don't elect anybody except Donald Trump, because these people do not believe in free speech. Robert Kennedy calls Kamala out right here. Kamala Harris, Musk, has lost his privileges. Can someone explain to her that freedom of speech is a right, not a privilege?
He has lost his privileges, and it should be taken down. And the bottom line is that...
So what she means is he has gone off of our script, and he's actually allowing free speech. We control all these other platforms, but we don't like it that we can't control X. We used to be able to control it when it was called Twitter, and Jack Dorsey was over there, but we don't control it now. And so now he's lost his privilege.
You can't say that you have one rule for Facebook and you have a different rule for Twitter. The same rule.
No, the rule for Facebook currently is we tell Facebook what they're going to censor and what they're not. And as long as it's that way, that's a great version of free speech. But the second that we don't control it and you just let people have free speech, real free speech, then we got a problem.
Has to apply, which is that there has to be a responsibility that is placed on these social media sites to understand.
Now, if this guy was actually a journalist, his response would be, well, but wait a minute, Kamala. We've just found out from Mark Zuckerberg that you guys intentionally lied to the American people. You lied about the Hunter Biden laptop. You intentionally were censoring all kinds of things like COVID, things you called misinformation that turned out to be true. So why on earth is it okay for you to now come in and tell us what's right and wrong and what is good speech and what's bad speech? These people need to shut up and sit down because they got busted. Now, in DAIXRP.com, we're going to talk about what's called the mother of all, you know what? Today's the day, folks, and I'm going to show you what's being said. This guy's out there, and he's actually, and I'm going to show you where he's going to be talking about it today. But they're about to, the way he says it, they are about to unveil what these people have really been up to. And I'm going to show you where to go to see it. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family. Away we go.